What's up guys, D-Fish Keeper here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a moss carpet. Alright, so first things first, here's what we're going to need. First off, we're going to need this. And this is called a plastic canvas. You can get it at Walmart for about $3. I think it's a pack of 6. Anyways, this is what it looks like. Alright, next you're going to need, of course, the moss. I've got a Java moss. Not too many people like it. I think it looks cool, so yeah. And then you're going to need fishing line. I'm using a 15-pound line, but you can use smaller or bigger, whatever your preference is. And last but not least, you're going to need scissors. All right. Now you may want to use rocks or whatever if you want to tie it to that, but for right now we're just gonna go over the whole carpet thing. Alright, so first things first, you're gonna want to take 2 of these plastic canvas mats. You're gonna want to take and line them up with your tank and cut them to whatever desired size you want. Right now I'm just doing this 3-gallon. It'll be my first planted tank, so I'm just gonna cut it to whatever size I end up wanting and call it at that. And after that, we're gonna go to getting everything put together. So we'll go ahead and cut this really quick. Alright, so here's what we have. It's not the most perfect thing in the world, but it'll work. Alright, I have a cut right here because that's where I'm putting my little tree at, right up here against the wall of my tank, so you don't have to make a little cut or anything, if anybody was wondering. Alright, so for the next step, we are going to want to take this apart, and we're going to take some of our moss, pull that from out of there, and carefully space it onto the plastic canvas. Now the trick with this is you don't want to tightly pack this too much. You don't want to have it too compact or you'll get issues. Alright, with this you're just going to want to give it some nice space, give it a little bit of its own space in some areas so that way it could grow properly without being too squished and packed together. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, so after you go ahead and do that, it's safe to put your other piece of canvas on top of it, and the next thing you want to do is you want to grab your fishing line. Alright, so with the fishing line, you want to make sure you get this lined up well enough that you can slide the line between the little squares. So you just slide the line between all the squares until you got it about as tight as you want it. And once you're done with the line, you just go ahead and tie it up, and there you got it. Alright, so after you get done with the whole tying the knots thing with the fishing line, you should come out with something a little like this. And that's all there is to it. You just throw it in your tank and get it set up. Also, I got this right here. And tie that up. It's pretty much the same concept. What's up, Jaden? It's pretty much the same concept. You can do it with the rocks too. You take the rock, you put your moss here, you take your line, you twist it, and you tie it onto your moss. Not too tight, but just tight enough to keep it down, and it's pretty much how you do it. Alright guys, D-Fish Keeper.